In this one, we're going to talk about what I did with this tank behind me. This was the tank that had the Waru grow outs in it. And as I told you in the other video, I'd moved them into a bigger tank in the fish room. I did a short to say that I'm going to do a planted tank, kind of like proper. So I was going to add the right substrates, all that kind of jazz. But I didn't do that. The reason I didn't do that was because I got a smaller tank given to me by my next door neighbour. So I've done that little experiment in the smaller tank. However, I have added plants to this tank. I'll turn you around and I'll show you what is going on here. What did we do with this tank? So I did get some plants. This is Alodia densa, and it's a very, very easy plant to grow. You don't need a planted substrate. It's a cold water plant actually, and it does like colder climates, but it will work in this tropical fish tank. It does probably grow a little bit slower. Thanks for Keith at Aquatics Fanatics UK for letting me know about this plant. And yeah, I've got quite a few bunches in there. Fish wise, what I decided to do was I went for some dwarf cichlids. So these are the Latacara araguaia. I got 8 of these from Pear Aquatics. Possibly 3 males and 5 females. And there's also my little albino Oplo catfish in there. I do have 2 of them. Now, obviously, for quite a few videos towards the end of the year, I talked massively about getting smaller fish, maximizing the space in the tanks. This is a fantastic example of that because this is a 4-foot tank. And, you know, the fish that I generally keep, this is a really small tank for. But actually, with these dwarf cichlids, there is 8 dwarf cichlids in here. And this is a monster tank to them. So, and do you know what? These have got the same personality, the same aggression, the same look as the bigger Central Americans and South Americans, but they're just smaller. They don't grow probably any more than 2.5 inches either. So, you know, that is a fantastic thing to be doing in a tank of this size. Make your tanks monster tanks. I said that's where I was going with it. Obviously, from my point of view, I had a really bad start to the year with the wipeout. So, you know, it left me quite a lot of space. I did buy a pike cichlid, so contradiction in terms. I bought a pike cichlid that grows quite big. But when it comes to these tanks, these 4-foot tanks, I'm going to be putting fish in them that, you know, that makes the tank a monster tank. So, and these are stunning. They will get a like a light blue hue to them. It's showing a little bit. They've been in here for probably, I think, just probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. And they're absolutely stunning. Love them. Big shout out to Rachel for reaching out to me to let me know she had them in. And yeah, absolutely buzzing. So, love the tank. I love the fact that I can put these plants, and I believe that these plants are actually really good at eating nitrates, and that's what I want. So I have got a couple of sponge filters in there, but yeah, it's just nice and simple. Going back to the idea of the planter tank, which I will show you in another video, I have now got the one that, so for anyone that doesn't know, my next door neighbour knocked on my door and said, do you want a free fish tank? He gave me an 85 litre Oasis. It's pretty new. And I thought, you know what, I'll do my little planted tank in there. Why am I doing a planted tank? I want to educate myself. I want to learn new things. Pardon the pun, but it helps you grow, doesn't it? So doing different things in the hobby, it makes it grow. And obviously I took advantage of a shit situation in the fact that I lost all them fish. So yeah, doing different things. I'll tell you one thing though about doing planted tanks. It's an expensive do. It really is. So when you look at it, especially starting from scratch, it's an expensive do if you want to do it properly. But what I have found is on different forms of social media that everybody does it differently and everybody's got a different opinion on it. God, the debates that go on around the planted tanks and stuff. But I do watch 2 channels which I think are brilliant and I love the way they do it. And that is Aquatics Fanatics UK, Keith, and Patty's Aquatics, which is Patty. If you want to know more about planted tanks, go over to those 2 channels because for me, I think they're amazing. And being somebody that doesn't know much about it, I have learned so much from those two guys. So check those two channels out. Honestly, they're well worth it. But anyway, guys, I am going to wrap this video up now. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who supports me and everybody that reached out to me when I had the bad start to the year. It does mean a lot. I appreciate it. And I just want to say, you know, if you like or you subscribe to the channel, it does help me in the algorithm. So it would be absolutely welcome. And you know what? If you just want to watch the videos, that's fine as well. I appreciate everybody. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there and I will see you all on the next one.